The Detroit Lions are rolling right now. Everybody else in this division won yesterday. The Vikings won. Obviously, the Packers beat the Bears, so they won. With the Lions rolling, though, my question to you is, with where the Eagles are at and getting their win over the Commanders on Thursday, how do you see the top of this NFC playing out the rest of the way?
The fascinating part to me is, unlike the AFC, I think the number one seed matters so much more here. And the reason I say that, and you can attest to it, is Detroit is built to be in a dome. They play, 14 of their 17 games this year in a dome. They're such an outstanding team, but that's a place. So if you're the Eagles, you don't want to have to travel to Detroit in late January in a raucous Ford Field. The inverse, though, is that if the Eagles were to get the number one seed, I think they would have a major advantage bringing Jared Goff and Detroit into Philly into late January, outside in a tough environment. So I think that this is going to be a race down to the wire. I think the Lions are the better team. I think you're seeing the benefit of continuity with that coaching staff, the synergy that Jared Goff has with him. That said, I think there's more upside for the Eagles. And the reason I say that is they're 8-2 without their offense clicking. They were 8-2 with AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, and Jalen Hurts still haven't hit their ceiling in the passing game. Whereas Detroit, as well as they're playing, Aiden Hutchinson, perhaps their best player out, or I would say one of their two best players. He's out here. They just lost one of their top linebackers. So I think they're dealing with more injuries. I would take the Lions in a neutral field game, but I think that's going to come down to who's the number one seed.
Makes a lot of sense. I mean, to me, the Lions look like the better team on paper right now. I see where you're coming from on, perhaps the Eagles ceiling. And certainly, I trust Vic Fangio, and defensively that's going to help them. I also feel like with the Eagles, though, there's more things that could potentially go wrong than with what the Lions are doing right now. And I 100% agree with you that if Detroit's able to get home field advantage all the way through the NFC, that would be a huge boost for them. Because I would definitely look at that game differently if they have to go to Philly. So a lot on the line there.
We all silly like the mayor.